Tree pose, Vrikshasana. There's a common situation in tree pose that teachers use in their dialogue or in their instruction to bring the foot up to the inner thigh. Try it, Andrea. Bringing the foot up to the inner thigh causes her hip to go out to the side instead of staying lined up. So bring the foot back down. In a basic beginner's practice, it would serve you to bring your hands to your hips, keep them level, not rising or falling, not rocking or rolling, bending the right knee slightly forward, but everything else stays frozen in space, especially that left hip stays over the knee and ankle, squeezing that left glute really solid. The only movement happens right here, where the femur rotates out from the ball and socket joint at the hip and your foot ends up at your ankle, like a kickstand. Everybody can do that. Little by little, the foot comes up to the inner calf. Little by little, the heel stops below the knee or above. Little by little may take decades. Take your time. Keep squeezing the left glute to keep that left hip over the ankle. And when the foot comes up above the knee, I recommend letting the foot go across the front of the thigh. Hold it with your left hand, palm scooping from underneath. Let the external rotation come out of that hip again from the thigh or femur bone swiveling out and back. And you can bring your right hand to prayer, half prayer at the heart, and find that lifting of the torso like the tree trunk, the legs like the root system of the tree. Reach the right arm up at the end like the branches of the tree. If the foot will stay there, you can bring both arms out. This transition or process of this pose may take 100 practices or 1,000 practices. Let's go explore the other side. So find your mountain, find your base. Foundation of all standing poses is mountain pose, grandfather of all standing poses. Let's take the hands on the hips to make sure they don't rock and roll forward and back or rise and fall. And then coming from the left knee, bending slightly forward, slightly. Nothing else moves, everything else is frozen in space. Allow the femur bone to swivel out of the hip socket like it was designed, not forcing it and arching the back. Things like that. The foot comes to kickstand position. And then maybe it comes up to the inner calf. Step by step, you work through each part of the process, gaining flexibility, strength, and equilibrium. Maybe the foot comes up a little higher over time. And when it comes all the way up above the knee, the heel never stops on the knee. It's either below or above. You can then slide the foot across the thigh, scoop it from underneath with the right hand. You turn the sole of the foot inside out and still finding more external rotation from the hip through the femur as the knee drops down and back. Bringing the left hand to the heart, half prayer. Feel from the hips down, that's your root system. Anchoring down. From your hips up to your shoulders, that's the tree trunk of the tree. And then the branches sprout, reaching the left arm up when you're ready. This is the way we move through the process of the pose to get all the benefits, not skipping steps. If you skip steps, it's like a math problem. If you skip a step, you don't get the desired result. Same thing with your poses. Don't skip steps. Go through the process, little by little. Be honest. Check the details. There's no arch in her lower back. Little by little, this lengthens more and more as the knee drops down and back. If the foot will stay there, you can bring both hands or arms up. Maybe yes, maybe no on this side. Good. And then knees, bring the hands to the heart, let the foot come down. Great pose for opening the hips. It's great balance, which is good for your brain. If you stand on one leg for more than 20 seconds a day, it reduces your chances of dementia by 85%. Harvard study says, not me. So every day we practice balancing poses. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you.